Hey everyone, Charnie here with Great Expectations Realty. I am just strolling at the park, and I thought I would make a quick video to talk about something that's important as usual. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope 2022 is a great year for you, and let's make things happen. Anyway, let's get to the video. So, all right, let's get to the video. So today I wanted to talk about how important it is for a buyer to have a good lender. Or if you don't know a good lender, how important it is to ask your agent about a lender before you get through the process of buying a home. So yesterday I was supposed to have a closing and it didn't happen. And it all fell on the lender, not the buyer. The buyer did everything right. The buyer came to me pre-approved, just like I always advise people to get pre-approved first so you can know what you can afford and everything like that. The buyer did all of that. He did everything perfectly. And but when he came, he already had the pre-approval through a lender, a local lender here. So I had no reason not to use the lender that the buyer came with, because I've never dealt with that lender before. But the lender called me and she told me how my buyer is pre-approved through underwriting and everything like that. The reason why is the buyer is a VA customer, so he's going through the VA loans and everything. And as many of you know, VA is so frowned upon right now. Most people don't want to deal with the VA. So when you have a customer with a VA loan, you have to go through the extra mile to make sure that the customer will be considered fairly. And she told me all of that was done. Everything seemed to be going, well, fine. I follow up. I'm known to follow up a lot. So I don't let anything slide through. For weeks, I'm following up with this lender. And she told me everything is going well. The buyer went ahead and paid for inspections. He paid for a survey. He paid for the appraisal. So the buyer's already spent a whole lot of money. And every time I check, everything was going well. Well, that's until 5 days before closing. I'm following up. I'm calling the lender, no answer. I sent emails to her, no answer. And then finally she called me. And she's like, well, and that was like 5 days before closing. She called me and said, oh, the deal can't go through because something happened and the buyer's credit disappeared. I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean his credit score disappeared? What does that even mean? And she couldn't explain it to me. She kept telling me, well, I can't give you details or whatever. Maybe I will need an extension up until the end of the month. And it was just crazy. And, I'm fair. I like to consider the other party involved in the whole transaction as well when I'm doing something. So the sellers, they are elderly people. They wanted to voluntarily change the roof of the house. They waited to know for a fact that we were going to close, and they did everything right. And now I had to tell them that we can't close because that's what the lender told me. So after I asked a few questions, and I decided to get the file transferred to someone else, because I do have lenders that I work with and that I have a history with. I know how good they are, and I know who can make what happen when I need it. So I asked her to transfer the file to another lender, and my other lender actually is making it happen. But it's delayed now. I had to ask for an extension, all because this lender, the first lender, just don't know how to deal with the situation that presented itself. So when she said that the buyer's credit score disappeared, what she meant is that my buyer doesn't have any debt. He doesn't have credit cards. He doesn't have a car note. He doesn't have any of that at all. So in the past few months, apparently there is nothing on his credit to be reported. So when that first lender went to run his credit again, there was nothing to show. So he didn't have a credit score. When things like that happen, all she had to do is process the whole loan manually. So it would be a manual underwriting. Some lenders, I don't know if it's laziness, I don't know what it is, they just don't want to do the work and they just don't do it. But it's not impossible. Actually, there are lenders that cater to people like that, people who have no debt but they have the income, and they don't have any credit, or they don't have any credit score, but they have the income. Some lenders are actually looking for people like that, because what it shows is that these people, if they have the income, they don't have any debt, so their debt to income ratio is good. So they most likely can afford to pay off their mortgage. They're probably gonna pay off the mortgage even faster. So if it was up to that lender, the whole deal would fall through. My buyer would have spent all this money for no reason, after she gave him the assurance that we would close for sure, that he would get the loan and everything, and then she tried to say whatever that it is that she tried to say. So what I'm saying is that if you are a buyer and you are on the market looking to buy, instead of just walking into an office to some random person, talk to your agent or the person you are considering to become your agent, and ask them if they have any lender that they work with. 9 out of 10, or if not 10 out of 10, the agent will have lenders that they know would fit your needs, and they would, refer you to that agent. We don't get paid by any lender for referring you. All that happens is that we know for a fact that lender is a good lender, or this lender can work with you for what you need to get the loan, and then we would close the deal and everybody's happy. So that's all I had today. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching with me. Like I said, I'm at the park, so yeah, there are people walking around and everything like that. So I thought I would make this quick video to let you guys know what you should do. And when you're looking for a lender, like I said, if you are in doubt, ask your agent, and your agent will refer you to a lender that they've worked with before. All right, I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.